15. Lessons from the book titled Dollars and Cents: How We Misthink Money and How to Spend Smarter by Dan Ariely and Jeff Kreisler. 1. We don't treat all money equally. Psychologists call this mental accounting. We treat $100 from a tax refund differently than $100 from our paycheck, even though the value is the same. For instance, people might splurge a refund on luxuries while being stingy with salary money. This mindset leads to irrational spending decisions. Smart spending begins when we recognize that every dollar, regardless of source, carries equal weight. 2. Free is never really free. Humans are powerfully drawn to anything labeled free. We'll stand in line for a free sample, overconsume free food at buffets, or waste hours chasing buy one, get one free deals. But free often tricks us into valuing things less or spending more overall. Recognizing the cost hidden in free time, energy, or opportunity cost helps us make wiser choices. 3. We underestimate the pain of small, repeated costs. Spending $5 on coffee daily feels harmless compared to a $2,000 expense, but over time, the small habit adds up to the same amount. Ariely and Kreisler stress that frequency of spending matters more than the size of individual transactions. This lesson reminds us to track recurring expenses as closely as big-ticket items. 4. We are influenced by relativity, not absolute value. We often judge purchases by comparison, not actual need. For example, we might travel across town to save $20 on a $50 item, but won't bother for the same $20 discount on a $1,000 purchase, though the savings are identical. Marketers exploit this by anchoring prices with original costs or inflated options. Awareness of relativity bias helps us evaluate whether something is really worth it in isolation. 5. Credit cards reduce the pain of paying. Handing over cash creates a tangible loss, but swiping a card delays the sting. This psychological distance makes us spend more than intended. The authors suggest reintroducing friction into spending, for example, using cash for daily purchases or tracking card expenses in real time, to reconnect with the emotional cost of spending. 6. We struggle to see opportunity costs. Every dollar spent on one thing is a dollar not spent or invested elsewhere, yet we rarely think in these terms. Buying a $50 dinner could mean less money for savings, travel, or debt repayment. The book argues that training ourselves to ask, "What am I giving up if I spend this?" helps align money with long-term priorities. 7. Happiness with spending comes from alignment, not amount. The real key to financial well-being isn't just saving more or spending less. It's spending in line with what matters most to us. Many people waste money on status-driven purchases or impulsive deals that don't bring lasting satisfaction. But when money flows toward relationships, experiences, and values, spending becomes a source of joy rather than regret. Dollars and Cents exposes the hidden psychological traps that drive us to make irrational money choices. Its core message is that financial intelligence isn't about math alone. It's about mastering our behavior, questioning the stories we tell ourselves about money, and intentionally spending in ways that truly serve our lives.